It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
Here comes Roy Jones Jr. This, of course, one of the great young champions in the world today. They call him Captain Hook. It's the king, Amir King Khan, one of the finest fighters Britain's ever produced. Olympic silver medalist in 2004, multi-time world champion, fighting out of Bolton, UK.
As soon as the bell goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
All what's left is for the first bell to go. That's all we need now, because the build-up is getting ridiculous.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Nice job getting that punch through. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
A swing and a miss with the right hook. A straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter-punches are the best.
Well done with that counter shot. We know you've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned? Here we go. It's round 2. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
He misses with that jab. The straight right just misses. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
If you want to corner an outside fire, make them fight off the rope, because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw blank on them.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say... Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. When are we going to see a jab from these two? What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you, they want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Tried to score with a jab. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Seemed like in it. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch caught him clean. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
This fight has a real good flow to it. That's another scoring shot. Both men step back for just a moment. Beautiful counter punch. A very competitive round. Oh, right there! Amir Khan is rocked! From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweet.
On to the 5th we go. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Punch, counter punch. Nice punch. Good counter punch. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think.
And there's the bell to start round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
That left hook is blocked. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. The perfect counter lands. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Out of the way, that right hook. Nice counter shot. Do you believe this? They exchange punches. See if they go to the body. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judge.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
How about that time counter shot? And he scores with the counter. So close with that uppercut. jab misses. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of defense here at all. Just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond. Round 8, and we're off again. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
What you've got to do, Todd, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Not so rigid anymore with the stance. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The judges have spoken, a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected.